Good afternoon, everybody. There's a certain kind of synergy that's happening here today. I'm really, really excited to be here. Martin Luther King had a dream, and Nelson Mandela had a vision. Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. And I can imagine for those three men of vision that there were people, those naysayers, who said, Martin, that dream is a bit too big, okay? Nelson, that vision is never going to be a reality. And well, Mahatma, yeah, good luck with that. I can imagine that. And I have a dream as well. My dream is to make your dream come true. I'm passionate about women. I don't know why, I was a tomboy. But my dream is to make your dream come true. I am Kgomotso Mogapi. I'm a qualified medical doctor. I run Adair Women's Wellness Center, and what we do is we offer preventative healthcare solution to women in the township. Basically, we say to women, don't wait till you're sick. Come in. Let's keep you healthy, because how else are you going to realize your dream if you're sick? You can't be here if you're bedridden. You can't be living your life if you're sick. You can't fly to the US if you're sick. Have you seen the visa application? Do you understand? It's true. Your body is the vehicle that gets you to where you need to go. And that is what we're about. Now, the definition of health according to the World Health Organization is that health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. How many of you are healthy according to that definition? Oh, great. We've got one person. My mental well-being right now is a bit shaky, so I don't feel so healthy. What is happening throughout the world is there's a vast change in a movement. In Africa, 70% of diseases, premature deaths, are caused by infectious diseases. But there's a global shift in that 90% of all premature deaths now across the world are caused by non-communicable diseases. These are diseases that are not passed on from person to person. These are those chronic diseases. They are preventable. We're talking about obesity. We're talking about diabetes and hypertension, diseases of lifestyle. But the scariest part for me is that 6.7% of children globally under the age of 5 are either obese or overweight. Under the age of 5, that's what's happening. Now, these are communicable diseases. And I put obesity there because it really is a risk factor for all the diseases of lifestyle. How did we get here? That in less than 30 years, 10% of the global population is now obese. What happened 30 years ago to bring us here? And that's just with the physical. 300 million people have depression, a mental illness. That's the only stat we have. That's excluding anxiety issues and other mental conditions. So surely the medical field, having advanced since the time of Hippocrates, has come to solutions to deal with all of these non-communicable diseases that exist, right? I mean, we're brilliant people. We've discovered the germ theory. We've got microscope. We've cloned animals. Surely we can treat all of this. Absolutely. We've got treatment for hypertension. We lower your blood cholesterol. We've got insulin. You've seen where we get it from the pigs. We've got antibiotics. We've eradicated so many diseases. We're brilliant, aren't we? This is our model of healthcare. First, you're diseased, and then you come to my consultation room, and I charge you, and I send you to a specialist, and then we intervene. We give you something medical. There's lots of pharmaceutical stuff we can give you. Or maybe we'll just give you an operation and sort you out. But what's wrong with this picture? There's no place for health. It says absolutely nothing about a healthy being. Our model of healthcare right now is curative. We say, we will wait for you to get sick. And then when you're sick and you're desperate, we will charge you at all those levels. And then these are non-communicable diseases. They are chronic. They don't kill you now, so it's okay. We'll just keep you on diabetes treatment for 40 years and hypertension treatment for 40 years, and we'll sell you remedies about weight loss, and we'll offer you bariatric surgery, and we'll do all sorts of things. This is what we offer. This is where I work. Now, what the question is, as human beings, Are we naturally diseased? Because that's what it seems like. We are in a disease kind of space. Or are we naturally healthy people? Now the reality is, if you get a cut, right, and you start to bleed, your body knows to stop that bleeding and the skin to grow and that wound to close. You don't have to tell it that. What we have forgotten is that we've got a natural body intelligence. We've gotten so far ahead with our cleverness and everything that we can do with our mental state that we have forgotten that our body knows exactly what to do. When you reach for medication to help, maybe you get an antiseptic and a bandage, that just assists what already happens in your own body. It's not creating anything new. It's just an additional extra, maybe to speed up the process. But your body knows what to do. But we've been living with disease for so long that we've come to accept it as our state of being. But in actual fact, we're supposed to be very healthy people. So where did we go wrong in the medical profession? So when I left in 2009, it was because I felt like a firefighter rather than a doctor. Crisis mode. I was helping to keep people alive long enough so they can die at home, but the quality of their lives had no change. Why? Because when they come in, we treat the symptoms and don't even look at the cause. The second is we fail to look at a person holistically. You've been hearing from speaker after speaker after speaker. We're not just the physical. You are the spiritual. What do you believe? Because what you believe influences your thinking process, your psychology. And as a man thinketh, so he is. And as he thinks, and so he remains. So what you believe about yourself, you will think about yourself. And that will lead to your emotions. And your emotions, you know when you say somebody gives me a headache? I mean, you see somebody, you get emotional, you get a headache. It literally manifests as a disease. Because these are the processes that happen to lead to that. But as doctors, we just disregard that. Oh, you've got a headache? Here's a Panado. A GP's choice. And then the third thing we failed to do was to look at external factors. And I love the guru lady over there because when I saw what she presented, I said, this is exactly it. Do you know the world that we live in? We're human beings. We don't live in a vacuum. I'm not living in this little bubble where I'm nice and safe. I live in a world where I must eat the food, and I must drink the water, and I must breathe the air. And what we're doing is we have forgotten how to be intrinsically balanced and externally balanced as well, in harmony with the world. And this is what we are, totally out of balance, free-falling, having forgotten that everything that we need to heal ourselves, we have. And what's the world that we live in? You saw pictures before, I don't need to show you anymore. This is what we have. Our world is polluted. Everything we have done to the world, we have done to ourselves. The sicknesses that you have in your own body, look around the world, you have it. We clear away forests, and you wonder why plastic surgery is so rife. Our world is not beautiful. We are mirrors of exactly what we're doing because each one is a mini earth. Do you understand? We have bacteria that is living on us, and what do? We take that antibacterial soap and we wash away all the bacteria. And then you wonder why you have a dermatitis. Because you have gotten your body out of balance. And what we're thinking is worrying about Mother Earth. Oh, we're killing the world. We fool ourselves because we are so arrogant as a people. When we are gone because we've made the planet inhabitable, Mother Earth will still be here. Maybe as a wasteland. And maybe she'll take time to recover. But we'll be gone. And our time is running out, as you saw. Because we are one with the world. When we cut down, we're cutting down ourselves. When we wash away, that's what we're doing. When we genetically modify the food that we eat that's supposed to be our fuel source, we do that to our own body. When the air that we breathe gets into our lungs and we wonder why asthma is on the rise. And when we're obese, you must look at what it is we're eating from the cows that we have. And it's great that we've had such a great mix of people because the people in the agricultural space need to make sure that the food that we eat is nourishing. And that is exactly what's going to keep us healthy. But it's okay, we can keep the big pharma companies earning money because that's what we do. We eat, sorry for my language, we eat crappy food. Then we go to the doctor and I will charge you through the nose, okay? And then we will put you on medication and the cycle repeats itself. But there's a possibility of just changing what we eat. And being mindful, because we must remember that we are, in ourselves, balanced people. You are the psychological, you are the physical, you are the emotional. And this is where we're going. We need to choose our food carefully because this is what keeps us healthy and in balance. This is the medicine that you need. It cuts me out and it cuts the farmer out. Now, we are not victims, as we like to think. I'm not a guru yet. I am afraid of the choices. Every time I sit in my practice, I'm thinking, am I making the right choice? I ask myself questions over and over again. What am I going to do? I hate the fact that I prescribe medication to patients and I don't take it. I feel like a hypocrite in my office and I'm thinking, do I carry on? Because I am about preventative healthcare, but I cannot make that choice on your behalf. When you walk in and you say, oh, just give me a Panado, and I'm saying all you have to do is rest and eat. We have to change how we think. We have to change how we live if we want to carry on. So the choice is, are we going to be victims and say, ooh, but they're feeding us bad food. Ooh, but the big farmer's got all this stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm not one to sign petitions. I'm not one to go on marches. But I can vote with my feet and with my wallet. I can decide I will not eat that. And if enough of us say that we will not eat that, then they will cease to make it because who do you make it for? But when we continue to purchase, we're saying we accept the status quo. So what is your choice? Are you going to go the difficult route and try and change the world? Or are you going to stay in the comfort zone and allow our children to not witness the beauty that is Mother Earth? For listening, you never change something by fighting the existing reality. I tried to cry out against curative healthcare, and I felt like I was this little puppy speaking to a big, big dog. Then I decided to change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So I started on my own in my little community, and the results I'm seeing are remarkable. They're great for my clients because they go from seeing me 10 times in a year to twice, which is not great for my business model. So I have to keep reinventing myself, but I'm getting exactly what I want. Women are out there, healthy, looking after their children.